It's so right now I'm going to help you read Mexico's environmental issues because after we review this, you're going to answer your Google form, okay? So let's see. Mexico faces significant environmental challenges affecting almost every section of the country. The human impact is enormous, and the list of environmental problems is long for a country and its population. What does that mean? Mexico has been facing environmental issues since long time ago. Okay, there is a lot of contamination. What is contamination? Contamination is produced when presence of minor and unwanted harmful pollutants are found in the air, the water, or the land. These pollutants seriously affect our natural environment as well as the people and other living organisms in Earth. Okay? So, there are three different kinds of pollution which are mentioned here in this lesson. Okay? The first one, children, is air pollution. Air pollution is the introduction of chemicals, particles of matter, or biological materials that cause harm or discomfort to people and other living organisms, thus affecting the natural environment. So it's bad things put on earth, on the air, okay, that we breathe. Measures are daily taken to know if the air quality is harmless, especially in big urban industrialized cities such as Mexico City and here in Monterrey too. Okay, the city is built, okay, well, Mexico City is built on a valley surrounded by three sides of mountains. Those mountains trap all the air pollution, and the same kind of happens here in Monterrey. Since we are surrounded by mountains, all the air pollution stays, okay, it doesn't blow away. Now, our government has instituted a series of air quality improvement policies, including the implementation of pollution control devices on automobiles and reducing sulfur content in gasoline. So when I was a kid, the gasoline that cars use was not the same gasoline like the one it's used right now. It was much more pollutant. Okay, so right now it's supposedly to be a better gasoline. Okay, so the next kind of pollution is water pollution. In Mexico, water pollution is due to the outfalls. Look, this is an outfall, okay, when the water falls from factories, refineries, waste treatment plants, etc., that emit fluids of varying quality directly into urban water supplies. These practices are regulated, but some companies do not follow these regulations very strictly. Okay? Rainwater currents carry along harmful contaminants from agricultural practices such as fertilizers, pesticides, etc. And improperly disposed of industrial waste ending in the ocean affect marine life too. However, children, pay attention here. Oil spills are considered the most serious water pollution, okay, because they cause big disasters. Because when an oil spill happens, it's super hard to clean. It's almost kind of impossible to clean an oil spill. Now, third kind of pollution would be land pollution. Look at this awful picture here. Land pollution has become a serious problem in Mexico. Much of it is due to many factors, such as hazardous waste and sewage spills, heavy use of pesticides and herbicides, non-sustainable farming practices, and increased urbanization. What does that mean? That there's lots of people constructing homes in places where there's supposed to be woods or forests or whatever, and these cause pollution. Basically, we need to understand that the major pollutants of our country is the people living in our country. Okay? Another way in which Mexico has been affected is with deforestation. What is deforestation? It is known as clearing of the earth's forests. Okay, you know that the trees that are in a forest give out oxygen. So if people start cutting off those trees in order to build homes, to build roads, to build buildings, there's no more oxygen being produced there. And that also causes air contamination or air pollution, okay? So the biggest driver of deforestation is agriculture. So sometimes agriculture is cut down all the trees because they want to plant, okay, things that will be then eaten, okay? Many farmers will clear a few acres to feed their families by cutting down trees and burning them in a process known as slash and burn. You know what slash and burn is already. They cut everything, they burn everything that is left so that the soil gets a little bit more of nutrients. This, it helps, but eventually it harms the natural habitats for plants and animals' life. And it can also be a health risk. Okay, why? Because you're burning a lot of things and all the fumes, you're actually breathing them. Okay, so you know that if you're breathing a lot of smoke, it's not good for your lungs. So there's something that we have to do, which is protect our environment. During the past decade, Mexico has taken steps to balance industrial expansion with environmental protection through existing laws. Current laws place emphasis on sustainable development, and state governments take more responsibility for environmental protection than ever before. Businesses in Mexico must now abide, what does that mean? Follow strict and rigorous environmental laws. So if the government catches a company doing something that it's not environmentally friendly, they will probably give them a ticket, okay, and they will kind of have to pay money. The correct thing is that they don't do it, okay? So what you have to remember from this lesson is that humans are the ones that make pollution, that Mexico is facing strong environmental challenges, that Mexico has important activities that need to happen in order for people to live, okay, such as have factories working or manufacturing fuels or people moving from one place to another. But this is practiced without being environmentally friendly. It causes pollution. Water pollution is caused by the landfalls that come from the outfalls, that come from factories or non-responsible industries. Contamination is the presence of harmful things in our environment, okay? And there's three kinds of contamination: air, land, and water. And well, deforestation is when people cut down trees in order to use that land for something else. So right now, you're going to read this again, and you're going to clear all your doubts by reading. And when you're ready, you're going to click on the Google form and answer it. You can answer it with your book open, well, with your lesson open, okay? I love you very much, and I'll see you right now at 11. Bye.